White game. Everybody's in the first end. White's first stone. Gregor from you and Kyle just behind tee. Bruce now asking his lead Gregor Cannon for a corner guard.
Who's your money on this one, Kenny?
Well, I haven't actually saw very much curling this week. I just was in last night for the first time, so I don't really know what. I've never seen Ross play. He was away over on sheet B last night playing against the girls, and he just edged that by 4 shots to 3. But I have played with Ross on 1 or 2 occasions, so I think it'll be a good, hopefully both semi-finals will be really good games. Some good curling.
Both teams might have a good go at each other right from the start here. So. Stone. I'll need to double check. I believe that was on ranking in the round robin sections.
Ross asking for a tap back here and maybe a wee roll over to the centre line, to lie behind the centre line guard. Sweepers are on and off, so it must be quite good. Gave Bruce a chance again to get a wee roll over.
obviously no practice before this game started, so
looks to be hanging just a wee bit wide again. Take the roll the other way.
still got the two guards in play though.
Yes, aye. Ross again asking for a hit and a rolled. Bad shot there from David Baird. He got a slight roll, but possibly didn't went another foot. So Bruce just calling the draw to the face of it.
Yeah, it was nice for a draw there. I'd say that was maybe slightly more swing than last night. Certainly towards the end of the game last night. Clearing the guard by a fair bit. Perfect weight.
It's behind T-line, so Ross does have a chance to draw to the face of it. Possibly just get to the inside.
Yeah, he does. I wonder if he'll try and just nudge that a wee touch. Anywhere on the inside of the nose, I think would be pretty nice.
The last one, the stone cleared the guard by about a few inches, David, so we'll see when this one comes back. This one looks a bit a tighter line.
Seems pretty nice. Really nice one played though.
Perfect stone.
To line 2.
Centre guard cleared off there, and Ross just asking his third player, I think James Baird, to replace it.
Yeah, I think we're on the vices here. Stones on the graphic, just a rough guide. Try and keep up the pace we can, but occasionally we lose a bit of concentration.
Just to finish a wee bit. So Bruce again asking for his third player, Duncan Menzies, to strike the blue back, I would think, to see if he can get something else when he goes through the house.
Yeah, plan A, I would imagine, is open it up. Plan B nice result. Keeps the shooter in behind the guards on the left hand side as well.
So we're now at the skip stones here at the first end. Ross White line one shot, but Bruce does have a yellow tucked in round behind guards here. So I think David here, Ross will just be calling a guard.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's called. Somewhere about there, would you think, Kenny?
I would have thought that would be very close to being perfect.
Decided not swinging too much, so we'll just bring it right in.
Well, he now lies 2 shots. Good shot there from Bruce Mowat, he now lies shot.
Ross will have to be very careful he doesn't leave any kind of double here. Ross White's last stone at the first end. Boys are working this one hard. I don't think Ross is going to like this one. It's going to pull onto the blue.
I think this sets up possibly a double takeout for Bruce Mowat.
I think it does. I think it does, Kenny. I think that's a half stone. Just coming over the top of the yellow. It's demonstrated by Duncan Menzies there. Perfect light, there you go.
He might lose his own stone, but
ice is reasonably quick, so we may get away with playing it at down weight.
Can't see exactly where the brush is, but I don't think he's giving him a lot of ice, so I don't think we'll get a lot of down weight.
I think 3/4 stone does this pretty nicely, and I think he can lie as well.
So Bruce Mount here, his last stone at the first end. Nice double takeout, and he could pick up 3 shots. Boys are working it hard now. Near enough perfect. In fact, it was perfect, so Bruce Mount picks up a 3 at the first end against Ross White.
Unfortunately, didn't quite play that enough to let us go across to the other sheet, but Grant Hardy's team there full of smiles. You'll see by the camera why we're not covering this game. That was probably our first choice, but no idea what them lines on the camera are. We'll go for a technical issue. I'll give you an update on that score when we can, but obviously Grant scored there. Oh, or maybe we're a bit behind on that one.
Looking out the window, David, I think Cameron Bryce must have drew near enough the pot lid for a 1 at the first end. So it's 1-0 Cameron Bryce after 1 end.
Yeah, we did glance at that just before Bruce played his stone there, and as you say, Kenny, I think Bryce must have played a fair draw to get in there.
Early stages here in the second end, and Bruce Mount's just bringing his lead stones into the house, and Ross asking his lead for a corner guard.
I'd be a wee bit disappointed with that one, drifted on a foot or two too far. Really looking for that one top of the tee line. I think he would have settled for that one there, having taken a 3 in the first though. He'd be quite happy with the start that his team's made. Corner guard from Ross. Find it quite a strange atmosphere for semi-finals first thing in the morning. The ice rink was pretty busy last night for the quarter-finals. 2 good games of curling on here, but it's early days, but it's fairly quiet in the water area just now.
Gregor Cannon's second stone just coming up, just touching the 12 foot. Ross having a careful look at this, so maybe it isn't touching the 12 foot. Bobby Lammy clearing up at the front, taking the Ross's corner guard off.
Looking to come behind this very corner one here.
Price Bruce is giving here, I think it'll just be a straight tap back. Possibly played a little bit wide.
Yeah, I think so. Somewhat struggled to get back to that, but did the job in the end.
Yes, that's true.
See Ross looking for a freeze on that, which was perhaps what he looked for last time, to be fair. But less ice this time. Fiddling with buttons so far off here. We'll name and shame later on.
If it looks slightly better.
You can kind of see why they're doing that. They're hoping if they get a corner freeze that the eye will go straight to the yellow. I don't think that's quite there this time.
Good shot there from Duncan Menzies.
Tidies things up nicely.
Ross going for the freeze now on the one sitting just behind the tee line on the 4 foot.
Yeah, he has an option there to bail out of the end if he wanted to take it. But still back on himself, 4 stones left to make the 2 here. It's tricky after losing the 3 in the first end to get the balance between fighting back and just biding your time, waiting for a better chance.
Yes, well, if you're going to lose a 3, the first end's the best end to lose it. You've always got a chance of coming back. There's no chance if you lose it in the last end. And this one looks near enough perfect. Maybe just a wee bit short in weight. Bruce will be too worried here where his stone goes as long as the blue's removed from play. stone there from Duncan Menzies. So that.
Ross thinking about the bailout now. Certainly a safer shot, maybe rather the dead draw just taking them out. Looking across to the other yellow.
I think that's what he was looking at anyway, David. No, I think he's going for the draw again. Ross asking his third player, James Baird, here for a draw to the face of the yellow stone. It's lying just behind tee in the 4 foot. Seems to be hanging a wee bit wide. His weight looks good. It's coming now.
Just a wee bit lying. The sweepers have had to be on that all the way, I think. So. The problem now is that Bruce can do exactly that. Blocking one side of the 4 foot up. Of what's going on in the other game. We'll keep the game we're watching at the bottom there. Rice hard the end coming from losing quite a lot of stones in play across there.
Now it's for stone and it seems just about perfect. Now lies 3 shots. So Ross under a bit of pressure again at the second end.
Keep dipping in and out just to keep you updated on both games.
So Ross going with his first stone here at the second end. I think it's a clear out job. See how many stones he can remove with his first stone.
That's why these guys wait till later on in the end to be alive.
Good shot from Ross. He's removed 2 yellows and left 1 lying, but he's also lying in there himself.
Yes, and he's opened up the whole of the 8 foot now as well. So, good shot from Ross. He's a wee bit unlucky not to spill all 3 there as well.
Go at the bottom in the bottom picture here is Grant Hardy's last stone at the second end. He's got a wee slight tap back on that yellow and he possibly could pick up 2.
Yeah, I think Cameron Rice played that yellow in there, maybe a wee touch heavier than
And this looks wide.
it does look wide. It's a steal of 1.
back to the game that we're featuring this morning. Bruce took Rossi's thrown out of play, but he's also rolled out of play himself, so Ross here with a straightforward hit and roll to blank the end. Good hit and roll there by Ross White, and second end is blanked.
So a brief pause while we get some other bits and pieces sorted out. Way too early in the morning for this, Kenny.
It is, David. There are a few folk now getting into the ice bowl.
Yeah, it's starting to get a wee bit busier. So the final is at 12:30 today.
Yes, I think the final's 12:30, David, you're right.
So you can come in, you can watch the first game, you can watch this or the first game in Perth, come in, watch the final, and then you've got a choice between maybe the last game at Perth for the European qualifiers or even the rugby this afternoon.
My choice would be the rugby.
Yeah, I think so, to be fair. Scotland, Australia, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock kick-off.
There's a worrying amount of optimism around the Scotland game, I would say. Starting to feel very like a football game. We all know what happens there. Although your comment last night about the New Zealand-France game, Kenny, was spot on. I think you said that if New Zealand turned up, there could be
a rout.
Yeah.
That's it, turned up. They definitely turned up last night in New Zealand.
Yeah, they did. They did.
So, 2 stones there by Gregor Cannon, both nearly identical, right, sitting right on top of the 4 foot. Ross does have a corner guard this time.
It's looking just come in behind the corner guard for now, I think.
Sweepers are working this hard, but it looks good at the moment. Just maybe lacking a bit of weight, David.
Yeah, just just maybe struggling with the weight a wee touch. So a play just rolled a little bit further than would have liked.
So Ross under pressure again at the third end. Yellows are getting their stones in play. Again, Ross asking for a come round the corner guard.
Yeah, good aggressive call. Again, backing himself and his team to clear up any problems later on in the end. I'd be terrified by this point. I'd be hitting everything out.
But we'd be hitting the yellows by now, David.
Absolutely. Probably the last stone as well. Now these guys are several levels above, I think, so confidence in what they're doing.
It's got a wee bit more weight and it looks... We're just going to hide this time, but... Again, I think it's sticking out a wee bit that Bruce will be able to hit that out and lie over on the centre line.
Yeah, you can even get one top of the tee line with this as well. See Ross go for the wingers here.
Hopefully he can just get 3/4 that yellow and lie in front, roll over in front of the two yellows that are lying on the 4 foot. That's what he's looking at.
Just wonder if that's just a wee bit flat. I think he'd like to do that.
Oh, is he looking at clearing out the whole lot?
Too many yellows though, either way. It's a good effort. It's a good effort. Really good stone. There. I think both them yellows go with that blue as well now, so if there's any weight thrown, you obviously need the weight to spring it, and I would suspect both yellows will disappear. It's an end changer.
Yeah, it's a good shot there by David Baird. Bruce just going for a clear up here, I think, David.
Yeah, I think so. He'll just want to get rid of that blue out of there. Of course, he is still 3 up. Don't be too bothered if the two yellows go. And they do.
It's clear up by Duncan Mendes, and he lies shot.
And then there was one.
How an end can change. Just 2 stones there, the whole end changed.
Yeah, if you ever get time to go on YouTube, there's a Canadian, I forget who it was, but there's a Canadian clip of, I think it's entitled Getting Rid of 7 Stones in a Hurry, which is a quad followed by a triple, which resulted in a blank end.
Right.
It's fairly impressive. I think the highlights for me was the commentator then saying, well, the triple was there anyway. play a quad and then somebody criticises you for leaving a triple back the way. Yep.
Was trying there to get a wee roll over behind his corner guard, but
yeah, good effort again, just not quite getting the roll behind. Bottom presses and we're still on air. For those that haven't been in at the Ice Bowl, the camera system we use for the webcasting controls the TVs up in the lounge, so occasionally we need to have a wee pause while somebody changes it.
Good hit and roll there from Duncan Menzies.
Rolls away out the way of that corner guard. Corner guard splittable, Kenny, do you think?
Possibly.
I think it just about is. You know, something that Bruce Mouts is keeping in the back of his mind.
Hit there from James Baird. If Rossi's going to get his 2, David, he'll be hoping that that Bruce rolls here, so that he has got a chance to move that corner guard, or even when his first stone come around it, to try and force his 2.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose the key thing from Ross's point of view now, he's in control of the end though. He's got that as an option, but he's also got the blank as an option now, which 3 or 4 stones ago wasn't an option. Big roll across. So Ross White's first stone at the third end. He's trying for a hit and roll off that yellow. See if he can get behind his own blue corner guard. He's got the hit, but he hasn't got the roll, so Bruce has now got the chance just to... Quite happy hitting the nose or roll even to the centre line now.
And see if he can force Ross just to take his 1, or could be another blank end.
Don't mind blank ends when they're like this, to be fair. Plenty of stones in play early on. Some good shot making to get them blank. Right, find out if it's splittable now.
Let's have a look at it. That's what he's going to play. A wee split in the corner guard to see if he can get his 2.
do you reckon, Kenny? You think it's a tricky one?
It's a tricky one, but I suppose he's got to have a go, David. He needs a one's not a lot of use. But if there's a possible two, I think the ice we're taking, I think it's a blank end. Yes, the sweepers are not even going up. So Ross White throws his last stone through the back at the third end, and we have a second blank end. And Bruce Mount leads by 3 shots to 0 after 3 ends.
Yeah, obviously didn't just didn't fancy that split at all there. So as you say, one's not a great deal of use at this point. So we'll just flick across to the other game, because it's right to say there's an awful lot of stones in play across there. I have no idea what's one blue sitting there. Maybe
there's a blue line in there.
It's got plenty of company though, and it's a blue stone coming down. That was obviously Grant Hardy's.
It's Grant Hardy's first stone,
because he's got last stone here, hasn't he? Yeah, he's 2-0 down after 2 at the moment.
There's a stone each to come.
For those that normally watch our coverage, we're down a few cameras, so our main movable cameras have a small technical issue at the moment, so they're being repaired hopefully. So we're kind of stuck with the behind the hack fixed cameras, which are giving you the pictures just now. Blue, yellow, yellow, blue. Nope. That's maybe just trying to pick that blue out cleanly.
I think he can even afford to take it off his own, hit the blue onto the yellow. There's a yellow in.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he'll do. Maybe can't see an awful lot of that top blue, to be fair, so the long guard maybe.
Probably see more of the shot.
Yeah. On this early. And they upped around the top guard, but it wasn't the top guard that was a problem there, I don't think.
So Grant Hardy remains line 1 with his last stone to come, so he's got a draw here to the. He needs to be completely on the 4 foot.
So show you a quick replay.
Wee bit of sweeping there would have.
As I think they came off the sweeping thinking it was past the long guard, and it was the one in the house that caused the problem. So a free draw for a 2. That could be quite a key shot as well in terms of that game.
Yes. Draws 2 here, it ties it up at 2-all after 3 ends.
Sweeper's working this one quite hard. I think it looks pretty good though. Has it got the legs? Has it got the legs? It has.
Good shot there from Grant.
Great shot.
So that game's tied up now after 3 ends. move back to our match we're featuring this morning. Ross White against Bruce Mowat. And there's guards on here at the fourth end.
I think that is Bobby Lammy's first stone. I think we can see all the stones that have been played, so plenty of stones flying around this morning.
Yes, getting some good curling. Again, Ross asking his second player, David Baird, just to draw into the house behind his own corner guard.
Pretty good effort, it's not quite hidden around the guard.
No, the stones are just not going for Ross this morning. They're not just getting into the right positions for him, and he always seems to be under pressure.
He does, and as our team found out to our cost earlier on, you give Bruce Mowat's team pretty much anything, they tend to make it, so they certainly haven't been missing a lot all weekend. And there's another good one.
Great stone there by Bobby Lammy. Ross asking his second player, Ewan Kyle, just to come round that and lie on top of the yellow.
Just hanging a wee touch high again, I think. Again, it's just really not far away. I might have done enough on that one.
Good effort there by David Baird. Just asking for the freeze here.
Yeah, I think he is, Kenny. I think he's worried if he touches that blue at all, the back and yellow's gone. I think he's probably quite happy with that yellow. So if he can get a wee inside corner freeze, that looks fairly high at the moment. He'll be looking for the inside corner freeze.
It's coming now, David.
It didn't quite come enough though, I don't think. Now we've got an end on.
Yes. Problem is, if Ross hits the yellow just been played, his own blue, if he hits it just barrier weight, his blue will go as well.
Yeah, I just wonder if you can square it off enough to actually take the double on the back yellows though. I don't think you can though. I think you're right, Kenny. I think that does. It's just going over the top.
He's just asking for another back 4 foot draw just to move the stones round about a wee bit.
Yeah, I missed what he called for. I was just wondering if he's taking this back one off, Kenny, is he? Or?
Possibly. It's a bit heavier, his draw weight anyway.
I think he is. I'm just looking to roll him behind. Try and get a bit of cover. He is. Well played.
Good shot there from James Baird. I still think he lies one against him.
I'd be a bit worried he's yellow. I can only do harm to that situation in the middle.
You just want to push it maybe just slightly to a wee bit further to out behind the garden, so that he's next to it. I think he's planning ahead here whether he can get the blues, take away so that it can go straight out through the back.
Yeah, if you can get to the inside of the nose of the yellow, that would be perfect. It's not far away. Played exactly what was asked. I think that's definitely he's possibly setting 2 against, depending on where the yellow's gone. Just Ross stood in front of that. But
no, Ross is
still
lying.
shot. Yep.
Yellow's still shot.
But the yellows at the front are sitting a whole heap nicer now. This is head scratching territory now.
I think we're going to get a third blank end here. I think there's going to be some scoring at this end.
Commentators curse of putting money on that. Cue a rocket and 5 stones flying everywhere. Thinking about guarding this, I think.
Can you see any of this yellow on the other side? No.
Very, very little. I think they have to move them yellows about somehow, but the problem is how's he's also got to get the yellow out from the button as well. While they continue to debate this one, because now all 4 of them, or certainly 3 of the team are there now, to go for that. And we'll go down to the bottom. What a shot that is.
Good shot there.
It's a great shot.
For Grant Hardy's team.
Take a bit of credit for switching to that one in time.
I think it was Blair Fraser that played that stone.
It was indeed.
We'll stay with the Bryce against Hardy game as the debate goes on.
Yeah, glad they're not in time clocks.
I think this is a very vital end here.
It is,
David.
Yeah, you don't mind teams taking a bit of time on this, because that's
That could be
potentially go very right or very wrong this end. So
I think Ross really probably needs to open it up, because he has got last stone. If he can get in just to get one.
I think so. I think that's the danger. I mean, a steal of a one's a bit of a disaster at this stage. It's a good stone by Zach Stewart on the bottom there. I don't think they've decided yet what shot they're playing. I think you're right, Kenny. I think that he's got to open it up.
The shot's been decided.
That's a guard.
I think you called that one about 10 minutes ago, David, that he would guard it up.
I think that was one of his kind of first instinct, was a guard, and what that does bring into play is now whether he could see the left hand side of the sheet. And whether he can see that shot stone, but
We'll continue with the double screen at the moment.
is this the last stone at the bottom, Kenny, or is
No,
there
there's
to come after this?
a stone each after this one.
It's not what he was looking for.
So I think Grant Hardy puts on a centre line guard. He's lying 2 shots at the moment. So is Bruce Mowat just guarding his own stone here with his
He is, Kenny. That's exactly what he's doing. He's obviously decided.
take the one.
Yeah, and there ain't a lot on if he gets the guard right here. Ross is an excellent shot maker, so he may well find something, but it's going to have to be pretty good. Not sure Bruce would have wanted it that wide, though. Ross actually used that.
So
That one down there, spinning them out. Are you not impressed with that?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
that's
very
good,
good
isn't
day there, David. We'll see what happens here.
As Graham Sloan wanders by, wondering what was good after we'd taken the arrows off the screen. Look at it, slightly puzzled. Grant's card just squeaks over the hog line.
Quite a bit of persuasion there with the sweepers.
It's over, that's the main thing. I think the normal phrase there is you looked a bit cold. Well, that's a fair shot.
And that's it. If he gets this wrong, he could lose 3. That could have went all wrong for Ross there, but he has cleared the guard away. I think Bruce Mount will just put the guard back on, but possibly try and get a check against the yellow this time, so that's not possible with Ross's last stone.
Yeah, I think I'll be looking to get this one. I think I'll be looking for it shorter as well. That would be the other thing, maybe about halfway, just beyond halfway.
In the Bryce Hardy game, this is Cameron Bryce's last stone, lying 2 shots against him.
Yeah, whichever game you're watching here, it may well be worth just putting your eyes to the bottom of the screen here, because if he makes this, he's going to have to play a hell of a weight for this to work. He's looking to come across off the winger and hit bang in the middle of them 2 blues and split them either side of the yellow. As Kenny says, if he comes slightly under, he's catching 1 blue onto the yellow, spin out himself, and he could potentially lose a 3 here. Here we go. Caught it pretty much perfectly, but
So Grant Hardy steals 2 at the 4th end, and he now leads by 4 shots to 2 as we return to the main game this morning that we're covering. And I think Bruce Mount has put a perfect guard on there with Ross's last stone to come.
risk and reward here. What's worth the risk?
I don't think he's got any option, David.
It's 3 down, 4 ends to play after this one. Yep.
Trying to drive the blue back onto the yellow that's sitting in the centre of the 12 foot to try and nip the yellow out at the same time.
I'd be never that. Personally, I'd be playing a down weight, maybe a back 8 foot weight on the outside blue, and trying just to chip my own blue in right into the button. That's mainly because I can't play a big weight, so this shot wouldn't be an option.
I think Ross is capable of playing a big weight.
He is indeed. Oh, this is high, and it's not done any damage, which is the first thing.
So
1 yellow.
Bruce Mount picks up a 1 at the 4th end, and he leads now by 4 shots to 0.
So both games at the halfway stage, and I'd probably say the 2 favourites ahead at the moment. We're only an hour and 15 minutes for 4 ends, Kenny, so they might make the 3 hour yet.
I think Ross really needs to score at this end, David, to get himself back into the game.
probably needs a 2 as well, I would think. It's just so much easier said than done. The one thing in his favour is you can guarantee Bruce is going to get rid of. He's definitely going to want to get rid of the guard. So if he's happy to go for an early split at the house, then a 2 should be achievable. Ignore that. Put a corner guard up. Reasonably good corner guard.
Yes.
Expect to bring this one into the house as well.
I just want to freeze in the face it, I think.
Yep. Just get a range of opinions about how many should be in there and how many should be through the back. Sweepers should be short of the house.
Sweepers are working this one hard.
It's okay there. It's not. It's doing a job, and it's. To be fair, it's going to occupy Ross as to how we get rid of that. But, corner freeze would be the. See in the pictures there, Morning is broken in Dumfries. Light coming in through the. I think it's gaps on the blinds, isn't it?
Yes,
causes that.
I think in the next few weeks there's new blinds going up, David. So
there is indeed. Right, am I right in saying there's a sponsor for that, or is that premature to say that?
I think there is a sponsor. Yes, I think there's a sponsor. His name will be going on the new blinds.
Can we name them, or?
I'm actually not aware of who they are. I think we need John Graham here to help us out on that one.
We'll get John's on that one later on, yep. Quite a few new sponsors this season at the Expo, which is good to see.
Wee chance of Ross here.
Let the clear out begin. Yep.
A draw down through between the two guards, David. I think that'll be the shot he's asking for.
Yeah, I think so. News of this game's obviously spreading, Kenny. We're into double figures for viewers now.
That's good.
No pressure.
At least we're on air tonight. Or this morning, sorry.
Yeah, slight technical issue last night. When we press stop, it seemed to go online, or some of it seemed to go online. So, yeah, a bit of a false start, but it's been the best part of a year since we've done this, so we're all a bit rusty. It's certainly good to see. I think it's David Edwards doing some streaming from Perth this weekend as well, and certainly, you know, it's good to have Cur. I know it's at the same time as us, but I think that's good that people have the choice to watch that. And I think you can certainly watch our final in between the games. Maybe something the governing body could look into, having a a shared channel, all the games in one place perhaps. Certainly good to get coverage. I do this. The live stream is great. It's good to keep people up to date, but it's also so people can sit and watch games back as well later on. It's kind of part of the aim of this.
So Ross, better position he's been in at the previous two ends. Line one shot hidden, and a nice wee hit and roll here, and it could be line two.
Yeah, he's had this set up in a couple of ends, but there's always been a lot more yellows lying about that he's also had to do something with. So yeah, he's got a wee chance here. And if that sits down, it's just rolled a little bit too far, I think, but I don't think it'll change the shot. It doesn't take the guards away.
Clear off the guards.
Came out of that one better than.
That could have went
I'd
slightly
be
more wrong.
reasonably happy if I was Ross though. That's left a double guard. So Bluestone's in behind it.
So Ross again asking his second player, David Baird, to come round the guard. I think we're still at second players, David, are we?
I'm hoping so. We'll find out in a minute.
Ross is getting a bit anxious here. Looks a reasonably good stone.
If they can move this, it's pretty nice.
It's a good stone.
It's a good shot, and I think we'll see Bruce go for these guards again, but he's got the option. He's got a reasonably big target to hit now.
Straight back on that yellow, David, and he'll be in a good position in the end again.
That's the problem. These boys do throw them exceptionally well, and doesn't look overly enamoured with that one though. Commentator's curse again. But,
don't know whether that was what the call was. But he's ended up getting the shot out of the house.
Yeah, in a way, lucky he missed the guard there. Just a wee feather on the guard would have caused a few problems.
So Ross again asking, could be his third player this time, to come round the guard.
Just wonder if that was a wee bit of a rush and chucked a bit heavier than was maybe required.
Good shot there by James Baird, I think, this time.
Yeah, we were a stone behind. must draw behind that new corner guard. Getting to that point at the end again. Feathers a guard. It looked like, just on first glance, that looked quite a big chance to get 2 in, but I think he's going to sit for 2.
Cameron going there for the split, David to lie 3.
I'm not sure, we just picked that up a bit later. They were shouting for sweeping, so I just wonder if he was just trying to get round that. I think it was a valid option though.
I think there's a stone each to come. This is Grant Hardy's last stone.
Maybe it was actually Kenny. I'm just having a look back on the replay there. They weren't out sweeping that at all. So maybe it was. That was very nearly a huge shot from Grant. As it stands, that should be a shot for. Should be a shot for a 2 though.
Aye, Cameron Bryce has got a.
It should be the last stone, I think.
This is the last stone. In the other game, Ross White trying to come again.
Has he done enough?
I think so, they're pushing the. I think it's 2 to blue.
Shall we call it 2 until we know otherwise?
And this is.
Has Cameron done enough? I think he has. Just
enough. That was hanging a wee bit wide there for a while.
So
that game's now peeled 4-all after 5 ends. In the main game that we're featuring this morning, we think Ross White has picked up a 2 at the 5th end, and he trails Bruce Mount by 4 shots to 2.
all the teams do the now customary huddle. I'm just getting old and grumpy, Kenny. That was annoying me yesterday.
You weren't doing the huddle with Graham Sloan after every end?
Well, we kind of thought about doing it, but we couldn't think of anything to say. So lost another 4. Yep. It's confirmed on the scoreboard now. It was a 2 to Ross's team. Did quite well to pick that from here, Kenny. He's failing that, or we both would have measured it.
That was a good last stone there by Ross to get his 2.
Probably like that centre guard a little further down the ice, a wee bit more central. That said, there's not a huge swing on the ice, so should still be useful.
Draw from Gregor Cannon, just I think going through the back of the house.
Yeah, one of the downsides to these cameras, that may well be hanging about. Of course, it's up the far end of the ice as well. That is indeed hanging on at the back, so there is a yellow down there.
So Ross again asking for a centre guard from his lead, Ewan Kyle. I think this is slightly better this time.
A couple of centre guards and a yellow catcher at the back. We'll need to remember that's there. Could be some jumping up and down to look out the window. New facilities here at the Ice Bowl for doing the webcasting, which is how would you just, well, it's a sideboard, isn't it? There's no other way of describing it.
No, it's a sideboard.
Very solid looking sideboard. Which it keeps us cut off from the bar, but has a slight downside that we can only see about 3 heads of all 6 between all 6 sheets.
And the 2 that we can see most of is A and B, and they're not being played on.
They're
this
not
morning.
being played on, exactly.
So Gregor Cannon's second stone there, come a wee bit short. I think Ross is trying to come round his guards now.
Pretty good there.
Good shot by David Baird.
See Bruce trying to move guards about, I would suspect. Five-man teams. sure what went on there. I'm going to guess a burnt stone somewhere.
Passing that one, just stone's been removed from play anyway.
Yeah, sweepers never came down with it, and there's an issue there because there's a bit of brush banging going on now.
Ross asking for a draw round his
He's
guards.
just looking for another guard, Kenny, I think. Just with the ice there.
Got to remember there is, I think, a yellow still hanging on in the back 12 foot.
Yeah, there is, yeah. Very well remembered. I haven't said remember it, I forgot about it. Good clear up.
Yes, that's what
Big
it was
shooter.
asked for.
Yep.
Ross again asking his third player for a centre line guard.
Oofed. Either way, it's no great, but I hope that was a brush and not the hack. I'm going to guess it was a brush. No option are coming around both sides here. Could come round the left maybe, but I just wonder if he thinks that's too long.
Possibly, David.
I suppose he's been playing down the right hand side this end already, so knows the ice. Well swept. Bruce's first stone at the end. I think he should see just maybe about half. Yeah, half a stone, maybe just over. Looking a wee touch high. I don't think he's got that far enough. So a wee chance now for Ross. Okay, we think blue's line shot. It's just a wee touch heavy. It's just a wee touch heavy. I think I would expect Bruce just to follow that down, sit on top of it, take the one. I think he'd be reasonable happy being 3-0. Yeah, not quite sure what how many stones are left to go. Yeah, three stones to come. This is Grant's first one.
Bruce here drawing his last stone.
Line's pretty good unless it's heavy.
Looks,
which it
it is. So
it's a steal of one.
Ross steals one at the 6th end and back now to 4-3 in the favour of Bruce Mowat.
And that changes it a bit.
That does change that game a lot.
So just flick across to sheet C.
Grant Hardybay's first stone drawn for July 2.
Looking at a double there, I don't know if that's got another team conference. Again, quite a big shot, I think. Grant has last stone here, though, doesn't he?
Yes, that's Grant does have last stone. You know, just looking at pushing the yellow up into the house till I shot. No.
They'll be worried about giving away more than a 2. I think that's maybe the like that hit and roll across line the 4 foot.
Yes. This is Cameron Bryce's last stone at the 6th end. Still all to play for in that game. It's tied at the moment, 4 shots all. Sweepers are not on it at all.
Slaves Grant a hit on the nose.
Anywhere on the inside. Hit for a 2.
Plays it well.
Bit anxious there for a wee while, but Grant does that well and picks up a 2. So he leads that match now, 6-4 after 6. Back to the main game this morning. Ross has got a good stone in there behind the guard.
Yep, 3 stones played. Sustenance has arrived. Fresh fruit and veg. We've gone all healthy. Grapes and apples arrived. Like that.
Healthy option, David.
They look good, to be fair. And grapes are very good. Stone in there again.
This end's developing into another good end of curling.
Yeah, I've got quite good. I suspect they'll look to splatter a few of these about.
I'll eat that.
Just been told the grapes might have an extra source of protein in them, so just to be careful. nose hit here, I think. Just stayed too high. That yellow's going to jam in. I don't think Bruce will look to absolutely hammer this, but it gives him a chance to get back in on the top of the forefoot. And there's again the 7th end's looking fairly clear at the moment. Again, we'll keep an eye on that and go back across that if we need to.
I think he's going to have a clear up here, David. One of the blues definitely will stay because it's going to lock onto that blue. It's sitting in the 8 foot.
Going to be a slight worry that both yellows go here.
Hits the blue in the nose. His own
shooter should stay, yeah.
There's another way if you get just
just kind of flopping off the nose of the blue. First shout is low.
So I think it's slightly on the wide side if anything, but it doesn't look too bad.
Called that one, Kenny?
Yes.
Ross in a bit of trouble now without the hammer.
Right, it's not going to be easy to get these yellows out now.
Thinking of the guard again to force the one. Of course, he's only sitting one against at the moment. And I suppose if that blue does go backwards, it's going to rest against the second blue, so it'll stay second shot.
Second shot. Of course, Ross has got to think it's 7th end. Even if he goes down the last 2 down, he's got a chance to take a 2 with the hammer.
Yeah, just avoid losing a 2 here, really. That's the... Let's just cut away that one.
Less weight and it just overcurled a bit.
Yeah, tightened by about a quarter of a stone, but nothing.
Bruce trying to play in the front yellow, I think, maybe just to push his yellow onto the blue and put the blue in behind the yellow so that the yellow can't disappear. see what the call was here, David?
I didn't.
Busy looking out the window at
busy looking at other things there.
the other game.
I'll have a wee look on the replay.
He's maybe just trying to move the front yellow.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to move one of the yellows onto the blue anyway. I think it's actually the left hand side one he's going for. It's maybe the right. It's looking really good. Oh, just let that die a bit. Now, how's the angles?
First indications of Ross's brush there that I think the yellows might move here.
I think this could be a lengthy one again. Show you what's happening on the other sheet. I think this is Grant's first stone.
It is Grant's first stone. Asked for a double takeout, I think.
So 4 stones to come in this end. Again, apologies for the camera. He sent somebody up to investigate that. Hoping it's dirt rather than a cracked case. Stone.
Possibly they couldn't see enough of the inside one to get the double off that. It was, but he has knocked the yellow now out into the open.
Yeah, of course, and Bryce looking for a 2 here really.
What do you think Ross will do here then, David?
I have no idea. Struggling with that one.
It's not too easy to see the angles from here.
It's not.
Ross's first indication was just to play on the back yellows, but that's.
I suppose it depends. It depends what he's looking for in the last end. Does he want to be? Does he want to be 2 down with? Is he really looking to try and steal here? It very much depends on what he's looking to achieve. It's quite a good shot by Cameron Bryce. I think he's line 2.
Grant's eyeing up a double.
So it's just ticking over the 2-hour mark. Final due to get underway at 12:30.
So
I hope they know, Kenny, if they delay too long, we're both leaving to watch the rugby.
we'll be having a wee word with Jim Hogg to get them on the ice at 12:30, I think, David. Grant Hardy playing a double takeout here, and it seems to be a wee bit.
It's just swung away from him.
So
And that's going to be a hit and roll in for a 2, or just draw for a 2 actually, isn't it? There's no need to hit anything.
no, just a draw for a 2.
Yeah, what did they decide up the top game there? Is this a guard and settle for the 1?
I think it is the guard. Either that or a draw to the face of the yellow.
Yeah, I think they've called a guard by the look of it. Yeah, so just going for that settle for a one. Only 2 down, going down the last. Back to the bottom game. Cameron Bryce's draw. Working on it really hard. As he left this short.
I think he's short.
There's a stone to come to as well.
So Bryce picks up a 1 at the 7th end, and Hardy still leads 6-5 going into the last end, and now has the hammer.
Which leaves us free to concentrate on the last few stones of this end.
Bruce Mout asking his third player, Duncan Menzies, for a freeze.
Keeping things nice and defensive. Very aggressive play.
Well, I think he's looking further ahead here.
Yes.
Does he can give himself absolutely a shot to have a wee play in Ross's white blue stone?
That's exactly what he's looking to do. Potential.
You could actually have done it in the other hand as well.
Yeah, no, you're right, Kenny. I wonder if the other hand might have been a more straightforward option. Just move it. That's pretty good.
Well, Ross, you can have a good look at that, but there's not a lot of gaps in there. I think where Ross's brush is probably where he's wanting to put his stone. What's your call here, David? Are the yellows lying too, or? From that, it looks as possible.
I would say, yeah, I think Ross has to get one in there. I think that's, and if possible, try and nudge the yellow out very fractionally.
The wide yellow out,
yeah.
Just to.
Again, easier said than done. I think that'll be the problem.
I think he just needs to follow that last stone.
Yep.
Straight into the. It is. It's a good one.
He's nice to manage to get this with a wee bit of weight, so that yellow stone will move. It's a great shot.
But as he set up, as he picked it, set up Bruce for a hit on that outside blue.
That's the only danger.
But that blue is going to blue.
Exactly, the blue locks on the right hand side, but it would lock into the open. He's not going to see a huge amount of that short stone, or the blue stone that he's aiming at.
So be able to see about a quarter of the stone. But the ice he's given is that's the shot he's playing, I think. Sweepers are on and off, so
I think he's played it well. Got a wee spring up on the right hand side. I think yellow still lies 1.
yellow lie 1 and 3.
Yep.
Blue 2 and 4.
I think Ross can play the same again and actually move the short stone.
Just lies where that brushes line, I think, would be
Yep.
a nice second shot. You need to be very tight past the long guard. And the way the Blues have sprung behind T-line, he can't even use one of them as to get in off.
No.
So I think Ross will just be drawing here against the yellow, just to lose 1. Struggle
to cover both. I think they're possible as a draw both sides. Really tricky.
Hand out, so it must be slightly wide.
Needs a sim for second. For third rather.
Play switches to the other side now.
Going to come in off the back one, I think.
Just a wee roll off that blue. Bruce was just needing to come another foot there and he was perfect. Locked on that yellow. Which have made it very hard for the Mowat rink to get a 2, but I don't actually know whether the 2's on that. Anyway, David, he's going to have to be quite tight by them 2 guards.
Yes, this is by no means a give me 2, is it?
But he's got no danger. Can't give away the shot.
No. No, worst case scenario is these 2 up going down the last end. Once this end finishes, we'll put both games up on screen for you.
Tight by the guard. Tell you what, it looks really good.
Oh, is he rolled too far?
Oh, just. I think, are we going to see
Our
umpire?
Is
Jim Hogg going to get a bit of work to do? I think he is. Yes. That was possibly just needing a wee bit of sweeping.
Yeah, I think they were on it, to be fair, as well, and just rolled slightly too far. It was a great effort though. a big measure, this.
We'll stay here at the moment, David, I think, to get the result of this measure.
Yeah, this is.
Everybody looking anxiously to see where the.
It's good to see it's just the vice skips that are in there.
Sort of, yeah, where the hole's been.
No use complaining, boys. The holes, the rings are just a guide. The hole's what you're aiming for. Blue. Ask for a remeasure. Always goes down well. Perfectly entitled to do that. I'm back Jim every time on this one. Blue it is.
I think Duncan was just hoping there, maybe we missed call there by himself.
It's amazing every time somebody looks at the hole, doesn't they?
So Ross trails Bruce Mout by 5 shots to 3, going down the last. So he's still very much in that game.
Okay.
I think we're down to skip stones here.
That's if we get it the right way round. Excuse the very unprofessional moving things about. And just so you're aware of which sheet is which. Take that one off and we can watch.
Looking at the bottom game first, I think it's Grant Hardy's got 2 stones to come and Cameron Bryce 1. Grant trying to draw around here, I think. That's not Grant's best draw of the day.
No, not be happy with that one.
So, a stone each to come in sheet C. Cameron and Bryce's line pretty well at the moment. It just depends a lot on where he puts this last stone of his.
Does he still fancy Grant to hit at the 8 foot?
Aye.
At the moment.
He's going to have a shot with his last stone.
He is, yeah.
Which is the main thing. the game above, I think it's just a case of removing guards now.
I suspect this could be a fairly quick end up top.
Grant just follow that, does he, with a wee bit of battering weight?
I think so, just a tap back, yep. I tell you what, those front end union, I'd be walking out on my skip if on his final stone he charged in at the stone to sweep it. Leave the front end to it. I've done a lot of work this game, to be fair, so they may be feeling the effects.
Grant Hardy has this, turn the yellow through the back of the 4 foot and lie there himself, and he's through to the final. Grant actually won the first event up at Braehead, so we're trying to make it two in a row.
2 in a row, and obviously Scottish qualifications on that as well. Again, we should probably know how that works, but we'll get somebody to give us an explanation of that before the final.
It looks fairly good.
It does.
So that's Grant Hardy through to the final. Local boy, so 1 down free strength through. Hopefully we can make it 2 up in sheet E, but I think Ross might have his work cut out, but I'm sure he'll fight to the end.
I don't know if that's picked something or certainly not where they were looking for it. Gives Mout a chance to go after the one in the house.
That's his own stone.
Yep,
I think
cleared it all up. Yep.
He'll be clearing this out. Getting a corner guard on. He's now looking for a mistake out at the Mowat rink, or his.
Yeah, they've got the luxury, they don't really have to bother about the one up by the Goldline. Usually a wee error there, but the stone's away, so that's fine. So Ross White running out of stones now. And make Mout a heavy favourite at this stage to go on and play Grant Hardy in the final. I think there is a 3rd place playoff. Actually, let's be more confident. Let's just say there is, and if there isn't, we'll just not admit to it later on. So we'll say there's a 3rd place playoff. There's not a 3rd place playoff. We just made that up on the spot. You said it quietly there, Kenny, but no, I think you're right. 8-end game, and just about get finished within 2.5 hours, thanks to a quick last end. Quick turnaround for the final. Hopefully for everybody sitting upstairs and all the volunteers supporting this, that we start at 12:30. Played again.
Well, this is Ross's first stones. I think he's just about got to come in this time.
Yep, it does. It needs a 2 to draw, so
All Ross can do now is hopefully put one at either side of the house and hope Bruce has a couple of misses, but the way they've been playing, I don't expect that to happen.
yeah, that's exactly all they can hope for. Sure.
Oh.
Technically splittable, so he'll probably make Bruce play that. So just as a reminder, the final scheduled for 12:30, but somewhere between 12:30 and 1 would be my guess. And we'll be showing that live, technical problems aside. We should hopefully be live for that. It's been quite good semi-finals, Kenny.
Yes, both games have been very close. Some good curling. Rossies did really well to get back into the game. It was 4-0 down. And I think that's that game all over now. So that's Bruce Mowat through at the final, and they play Grant Hardy in the final, which, as David has just said, hopefully should start at 12:30, but there might be a slight delay due to the fact that they're just coming off the ice now and it's near enough 12 o'clock. But that'll be up to the umpire to decide.
Exactly that, and we'll leave that there just now. So just again, a quick reminder, we'll be back at 12:30 or whenever the game does start, but tune into the channel at 12:30 and we'll keep you updated from there, and hopefully we'll see you then.